calling this regular meeting of the Common Council of Town of Quartzsite to order at 9 a.m. On December 21st. Welcome all of you and Merry Christmas. Is there someone in the audience who wants to do the invocation this morning? Seeing none, we'll skip the invocation and go to the pledge.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah.
Could we have a moment of silence after the tragedy in Connecticut? I think that would be more appropriate than skipping it.
We can do that. We will conduct a moment of silence in memory of the victims of the Connecticut shooting tragedy. I would like to make an amendment to the agenda. I'd like to remove item 4 right now. I would like to remove item 4 from the agenda right now. A second?
I'll make a second.
Any discussion?
May I ask why you'd like to remove that
There's been some controversy regarding the appointments in the Planning and Zoning Board right now, and I think we need to have town management look into this further before we vote on this.
May I speak? I was going to do this under manager's report, but I'll be happy to do it here.
Okay.
It had been management's, it was going to be my recommendation that we do pull this item, but I would like to give you the background. In mid to late August of this last summer, 3 of the current then commissioners were notified by then staff that their terms were ending or had ended, and that the town would begin recruiting to replace those, to fill those positions. And the 3 individuals certainly had the right to be able to reapply for those seats. That happened in mid to late August of this last summer. That recruitment and solicitation process continued for approximately 3 months. As you know, there was a change in personnel in the Community Development Services Department, and our acting director of Community Development Services worked to finish out the solicitation and the filling of those seats by first taking the individuals who had indicated interest for those seats to Planning and Zoning for an advisory ballot that would then come forward to the council for the council to take final action. Yesterday afternoon at approximately 4 o'clock, we received word from Ms. Star Bearcat that 2 of those openings were indeed not valid openings. It appears, as extreme research through the minutes for the last several years, that 4 positions are not correctly accounted for in terms of how they were addressed, and I would like to go through them with you. two other seats. One held by Mr. Dennis Wall and one held by Mr. Jim Murphy. Both of those were advised, one in 2010 and one in 2011 by the then town manager, that she was appointing them as permanent appointments to the Planning and Zoning Commission. And their seats would not come up for refill until they decided they wanted to retire from the commission. So, as far as staff is concerned, those seats need to be addressed in the same way as any other opening. What staff is proposing to do is to pull this agenda item, take it back to the commission with 4 open seats, solicit volunteers to serve on those seats, and we do understand that 3 of the individuals filling 3 of the seats that are quote-unquote officially open would like to recompete for those seats. Solicit any others who would be interested in partaking of that, and then bring it to the commission for an advisory recommendation, and bring it to the council for the council's final interviews and disposition. We estimate that will take about a month and a half. Our recommendation is to pull the item.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
I would like to make an amendment to the agenda under reports and announcements that more than one council person can make a report.
Okay. I second that motion.
Thank you.
Any other amendments to the agenda?
I move we accept the agenda as amended.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda as amended. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimous? Okay. Moving forward. Reports and announcements, community report, Ms. Anderson.
Okay, the after-school program for the youngsters, it had hit a bit of a glitch, but that's been straightened out, and the program is running and doing very well. Thank you.
Done that? Okay, my voice isn't too good. I'll try and do this and not hand it over. Yesterday was the busiest day of the year at the food bank, and without the following people stepping up and helping, we would not have been able to accomplish what we did. First, we had to use the food bank van to go to Samoa, because that was their delivery day. And our regular volunteer was gone for the holiday. So Marilyn McFate and one of our volunteers named Dick stepped up and volunteered for that one. Next, the senior apartments needed to have their Christmas boxes delivered. No van, no driver. I called Chief Gilbert on the hopes he could help. Yes, he did. Javier and the chief delivered all the boxes for me to the senior apartments. Then there was the shut-ins. Again, no vehicle, no extra driver. Well, our Boy Scout leader, I don't know if he's here, Jesse Hearns, took time off from work yesterday morning to do those deliveries. Then, the next thing, family dinners, and there were 6 of them left. Those people had no way to get to the food bank to pick up their dinners. We loaded them in Monica Timberlake's SUV, and she delivered those. I'm so proud of the way everyone worked together to get this done, and to say what a great place Quartzsite is. A thousand thanks to every person who walked in the doors of the food bank yesterday and helped in some way. Some of our homeless helped us load boxes, empty boxes, carry boxes out. In all yesterday, in 4.5 hours, we exceeded 200 boxes. Thank you.
Go ahead, Ms. Anderson.
I'd just like to make a comment. This is what Quartzsite is about. We take care of each other. Thank you.
Can I have a comment here?
Sure.
Commenting on Carol Kelly's, I got a report late yesterday regarding the residents of the senior apartments were very surprised and very thankful to Chief Gilbert
to deliver boxes for me.
Okay. Moving on, town manager's report.
Thank you very much. Let me go through the few items that I have. First of all, I have received feedback from, I believe, 5 of the council members indicating that they liked the format that we had brought last meeting as a proposal. And assuming that that meets with everyone's approval, then we will officially institute that with our first council meeting in January. I have not heard anything negative.
No, it's not negative. I believe, though, that approval will have to come first from the council. That agenda is part of the town code, so that will have to be put on an agenda item and approved by the council before we can officially use that new agenda.
We can do that. I believe that ordering is what's regulated by code. But the way it looks is something that I'd be more than happy to bring back as an actual action item at the next meeting.
That's the procedure, I believe, is to put it as an action item for the council to work, so.
I would be happy to do that. Secondly, I wanted to let you know, I think each of you received the little memo about the grading of Old Yuma Road, and you saw attached to that many thank yous. We've actually received 2 more thank yous, and I just wanted to pass these along to you. As you know, the Public Works crew has been working to grade the Old Yuma Road that's inside of town limits, which hasn't happened for quite some time. So here's a little note. We would like to say thank you for all the work you have done on Old Yuma Road. We have been coming to Quartzsite for a long time and stayed on BLM land. The Old Yuma Road has never been better to drive on, and it's because of all of your hard work. To all of you, thank you. There was also a Christmas card that was forwarded to the town. Thank you so much for the good job you did on the Old Yuma Road. All of us on the BLM appreciate it greatly. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's nice to see some positive kudos coming to the town, and my hat is off to Emmett and his crew for the work that they have done. The community center. The community center, we now have our official occupation notice, so we can occupy it. We have worked with staff and with town members to establish our grand opening. The date will be the 5th of January at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. We are going to have Yesenia over there today from 11 to 1 for the council to receive a private walkthrough. And so we invite members of the council to please slip over there when you have a moment, and Yesenia will give you the VIP tour of the community center. This is a picture of what the 2 signs are going to look like in front of the community center. Large signs diagonal on the northwest and the southwest corner that shows the name and the address of the community center. I think this is going to be just a really jazzy setup. I'm quite excited about it. And with that, that completes the town manager's report.
Okay. We have some service awards. Who's going to be doing the presentation? Sergeant Schultz, if you step forward.
Hi. Sergeant Schultz has been with the Quartzsite Police Department for about 17 years now, correct? Or just over. We're a little late in this, but the town would like to present Sergeant Schultz with a recognition of his 15 years of outstanding service to our community.
To that, I add my personal thanks, Sergeant Schultz.
And if I could just say and recognize that Sergeant Schultz's family is here, his mom and dad is here, and Jill and his 2 kids, Lizzie and Thomas. So
And
You know-
stand up? Let's get.
Yes, please stand.
And I want to give my appreciation, Jim, and I know that you have devoted yourself to the community for a long time. And I know, hopefully you got a few more years before you decide to retire. And we hope that you're here for a long time to come. And I appreciate the service that you've given to this community and our department. Thank you very much.
Okay, the next award goes to Terry Frostow.
And as she's working her way up here, I have the honor and privilege of presenting Miss Terry Frostow with a recognition award for what's now more than 15 years, but this is your 15-year service pin. Let's see where we can hang it. Terry has, I don't think there's anything in Town Hall that she hasn't done. She has been at different times serving in the police department, in public works, in planning and zoning, in the court system, in the finance department. I don't know what you haven't done. So when it comes to historical knowledge, this is the go-to lady. She's got a memory like an elephant, even though she's tiny like a mouse. So she's got a huge memory, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate getting to know you, and thank you for everything you've done for us.
Thanks, you. I'll add my personal thanks to that too, Terry. All right, next is the consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
I move we accept and approve the consent agenda as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda as presented. Any discussion? Being none, we'll go to the vote. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Unanimous. New business, number 1. This is an executive session. Could I have a motion, please?
I make a motion we adjourn to executive session.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn to an executive session. Any discussion? Being none, we'll go to the vote. All those in favor? Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't we have to say why we are adjourning to executive?
I don't believe we have to see. Okay. Well, I will announce that we are going into executive session to discuss the employment of Lawrence King as town magistrate and discussion of a town manager, council, town manager position regarding employment contracts. Oh. All right. All those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned to executive session.
We'll be holding executive session in the court.
They put it off till January. We found major holes in all of the traffic.